Hey, it's me. So, I was just doing a body study today and I stumbled upon a method that I had to share with you guys to understand the proportions of a human figure better. If your drawings also end up looking like these, then maybe there's a problem. Maybe the head is too big and the body is too small. Maybe the head is too small and the body is just enormous. So, we'll fix that today. So this is the reference from Pinterest. We'll study this today and I'll explain all of it to you. Now let me just use this ruler and I'll add up a layer in here and let's just measure our head. Here and here. Now I'll just measure the whole body with respect to the measurements of our head. So this right here is our first head. Then we go down and measure the second head up till here. Then moving further down, here is our third head. And after that, we have our fourth head. We move down to our fifth head, our thighs. Then the sixth head, the area of our knees and a bit lower. Now we have come to our seventh head. Let me just move it up a bit. So this right here is half head, which makes our whole body 7.5 heads tall, including our head. Moving back to the top, let me just mark these sections so that you know exactly how long the hands are supposed to be, where the crotch is, from where the shoulder starts and all. My measurements might look slightly different from each other, but just know that I'm doing a rough work here. But you can do a more accurate study yourself because now you know that our body is supposed to be 7.5 times of our head. Before you jump onto conclusions yourself, I have to tell you that this is a standard way of measurement, more like taking an average. Every person is different and people might be taller and shorter than the 7.5 standard. Now the person right here is wearing heels, so I exactly can't see her feet. But when a person stands on the ground, their feet are basically half a head tall. Now you can see the whole body and how it's supposed to be measured using the head way. Now with the help of a different thing, let me show you how long the limbs are supposed to be. Starting off with our hands, this part right here is supposed to be one head. Now I just forgot the name, sorry for that. And the forearm is also one head. The palm shown here is bent like this, but when a palm is completely open, it is supposed to be a little less than one head. And unless you have a specific disorder, both of your arms are supposed to be the same length. Coming to legs, it is also divided into two sections. The thigh area starting from our hip and till our knees is supposed to be 1.5 head tall. Copy and paste it here too. And as I've already mentioned, our feet are supposed to be half a head tall. Now we've already covered the length part. Coming to the width of a human body, it is different in both males and females. The shoulders are a little less than one head. Coming from the center line of the body, that is the reference point for most of our body parts. Again, we copy and paste it to the right side. Now, pointing out a mistake that usually the beginners make. The shoe is not a part of that last half head. It is a length that you add on after that half head. So avoid making this mistake while drawing. Here the body is standing in a straight position, but that might not be the case in every single drawing. Now we've talked about this scenario, but there might be a certain person in a different scenario where the torso is long, maybe the legs are short, or it can be vice versa, maybe the legs are long and the torso is short. So just remember that this is a standard way. And foreshortening is a story for a whole different day. Hoping to see you in my next videos. Bye!